Hello, welcome back to the channel. First of all, I've done my hair. It's giving mature, it's giving grown, it's giving quick fix. I've been natural, I was natural for literally 2 weeks and it was just, oh my god, what is in? There's some shit in my nail, 1 second. That was really gross. But anyway, yeah, I thought it would get ready with me the other day, but I didn't like it, so I'm not gonna post it. Haven't sat down in a while, just got ready like this. So let's get ready. First of all, how is everyone? Happy new month, Pisces season. This is actually the first day of Pisces season, which is very like, you know, first day of Pisces season, I'm filming this. Like, it's just very like, I don't know, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. So anyway, how is everybody? I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good space. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, in a good space. I feel like life recently has just been very nothing, you know? Even though obviously I got laser eye surgery and stuff, I've been feeling just really disoriented. Like, since getting my surgery, I was just feeling so disoriented, so all over the place. I feel like I got back into normal life a little bit too quickly, and I didn't give myself like enough space to kind of just like take it all in. But I feel like now I'm in a space where I've like taken it all in. And I'm feeling a lot better. My vision isn't completely like 10 out of 10. Right now, I'd say it's operating at a solid like, do you know what? It's better than what I had when I didn't have my glasses on. It's way better. But if I had a pair of contacts, then I wouldn't be obliged to it. I think it's just not sharp. Yeah, my vision isn't really sharp, but it's back. So there's that, and I'm kind of happy. I'm very proud of myself actually going through it. Like, you're gonna see the vlog, in the vlog, like you can just see how much pain I was in, but at the end of the day, like it was the most worth it thing ever. If you've been wearing glasses for as long as I have, then you know, you'd understand why laser eye surgery was a big deal. But yeah, I've been wearing glasses since I was literally in high school, and I remember when I was younger seeing the adverts for like laser eye surgery with Vision Express and all these different brands, just thinking like, oh my god, when I'm older and when I can afford it, the first thing I'm doing is getting laser eye surgery. And I actually stuck to my word. The power of manifestation is real, you know. The power of manifestation is real, because I really manifested that I was going to do it, and I actually went through with it, which I'm shocked about because I'm not the type. I don't know, maybe I'm not the type, but I don't know, I don't know. It was an overwhelming experience, but now I can see and all of this stuff. Like literally, I remember seeing pictures of myself when I was young and in high school, and I just had like these geeky like thin glasses. I kind of felt like my glasses kind of hid my face, do you know what I mean? And it kind of gave me a reason to like not care and just not feel like I'm cute, because I was just that geeky kid in glasses. But yeah, growing up, I just said it's just something I need to get done. Judge me if you want. My mum judged me, but you know, I'm happy now, so who cares? Yeah, speaking of high school was just a funny time. It was a funny time. It was a funny time. I was literally that ugly girl that wore glasses, and then on one day we had Mufti Day, and I must have wore these zebra print leggings, and that's when all the boys started to notice me because they realized I had a fat ass. Listen. Before that, I was just that geeky babe with the glasses and the braids. Like, that was my bag. Anyway guys, so I'm going out tonight with the guy that I've been dating currently. So yeah, we're going out to like one of his friends' birthday parties, which is kind of exciting. Yeah, I feel like since my previous relations, I am being a bit more picky in how I choose someone that I'm gonna consider to like date seriously, and someone I'm gonna date seriously. And I just think there's so much beauty in like going through, like in relationships breaking down. Like I feel like in that relationship I wasn't 110% myself. Does that make sense? I felt like I was almost being someone that someone wanted to be with, rather than being myself and that being the person that somebody wants to be with. Do you know what I mean? I just wasn't in that right headspace. But with like, I think through that, and then obviously I went through my single phase. I was just being a whore, literally a harlot, whore of the night. And I think I just had a lot of like my Hoe Chronicles. I think it was a great time. It was a great experience. I think I would never change it for the world. I think it's so important to have that really, really fun, raw, raunchy, ridiculous whore phase. Like just having fun. And I feel like so many girls are so like timid, and not timid, or I feel like society kind of makes women feel as if, not so much anymore, as if they should be ashamed of their sexuality. And I think that's something that's been changing recently, and I'm just so happy that it has been, because honestly, what's wrong with being a whore? Live a little. Like I had the best times. I would get free things, I would enjoy my life. I wouldn't have to do too much sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta be cute and like know how to flirt, okay? And then you just get so many cute stuff. Like honestly, I have stories to tell my grandkids. Obviously I ain't gonna tell them nothing, but it's just something that I feel like women should experience. Women should just experience, you know what I mean? Just have fun. Like not everything has to be so intense and so serious. And I think that was my problem at that point. I thought that I needed to be in this like serious, intense kind of relation, and I genuinely do not feel like I was ready for it. Genuinely. And then obviously when I came out of that and I just had my fun, it was just the best time. It was just the best time. I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to bait myself out. Girl. Material girls. Can't be baiting myself out. But yeah, it was a good time. But yeah, I feel like girls just shouldn't be ashamed of what they do, although there are some people that you need to be ashamed to have been with. I think sometimes there are some people that they probably claim me to other people, but I would never claim them. And that's the difference between me and you. There are some people that will be out here claiming you, but you will never claim them back. Please, it never happened. Didn't you used to date so-and-so? No. Who's that? But yeah, the whole phase was just one of the greatest times of my life. And obviously I think it's just the nicest time to do it is in your early 20s. And I also feel like when you have these phases, you learn so much about yourself, because it almost helps you out when you're dating as well. Like, because sometimes, like for some people, they've had like a whole phase of someone that's actually led to like a full-blown relationship because they both caught feelings. But you see me, my vagina and my heart, they're not connected. They ain't connected, honey. They is so far apart. So I can do the whole no attachment thing. But I think if you're not that kind of person, if you're a very emotional person, I just don't think it's for you. But also you can just like date in a more, how do I say this? I feel like it's like just being flirty. Being a whore is also like just being flirty. You don't have to do anything. The best thing is flirting with men that have absolutely no chance. It is just making a man feel like he has a chance when deep down we both know he doesn't. It's just so much fun. My toxic trait. My toxic trait is making men think that I'm interested when I'm really not. And they start bringing up phones and it's like, oh wait, you thought this was a serious thing? Asking for your number. That's not what the people intended for, sweetie. Yeah. One thing I love is just having fun and being a flirt. I think it's just the most healthiest way to live your life. And to live your early 20s, I kind of feel like we're just so serious. I think I actually went through this where I was so wrapped up in like life, where I'm going, my career, my this, my that. Like I was so wrapped up in all that I forgot to just live life. Do you know what I mean? I was so wrapped up in like how I was perceived that I just forgot to just be my most authentic and true self. And I think at 25, like that's kind of my dream for myself, is just to show up as myself all the time, like to be authentic, to be real, and just to not give a fuck. Like who cares? I need to literally embody that in my life. Like who genuinely cares? So yeah, if you want to be a whore, be a whore. Who cares? Quite literally. I think that's what turning 25 taught me, and it kind of, like I said, prepared me for being able to settle down, because it got to a point where I was like, do you know what, I'm kind of sick of this life. Like yeah, it's fun, you know, to be a flirt, to get free things, to have men pay for things for you. Yeah, all that stuff is fun. And I'm gonna tell you a story soon, but like, I just think some time needs to pass before I can like talk about the story. But I'll fucking tell the story. So, so when I was in Mykonos, we met this really cool girl. We first saw her on our flight and we're like, oh my god, she's so pretty. And she was with this like older man. We assumed, well, I assumed that the older man was like her like dad or her grandfather, because when I say the age gap was gapping, the age gap was really gapping. So anyway, we saw her on the flight and my friend was like, no, my friend Ruth, you know Ruth, she was like, no, like I think that's her sugar daddy. I was like, I don't think so. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I was so naive to the fact that that could have been her sugar daddy, but I just couldn't wrap my head around that. So anyway, we touched down and I think we like briefly spoke in the airport, but nothing was like a full-blown conversation. But obviously Mykonos Island is so small, like in the town centre, you see everyone, bump into everyone, all of this stuff. So one day, me and my girlfriend were in Mykonos town. We looked cute AF, might I add. To be honest, I look cute every day in Mykonos, period. And we're just walking through the town and then we see homegirl and homeboy. We were like, oh damn, hey. You know, being all friendly and whatnot. We exchanged like socials and we're like, yeah, we just hang out. Because obviously like when you're there, it's nice to make friends to do things with. So you just, you know, just catch a vibe together. So anyway, we got there now and we got like their details, and then the next day we were like, hey, we're going to Scorpios, like, do you want to come through? She was like, yes, 100%. So we went to Scorpios, they went to Scorpios, we got like a beach table, they went for dinner, and we were all just vibing, and they went for dinner, we went to the dancing area just like to chill and to chat and whatever. And as we were there, I was like, so what is this? Like, what is his relation to you? No, over text, I was like, who is this guy with? Like, what the hell? She's like, oh, that's my sugar daddy. I said, scandalous. I loved it. I'm sorry, I love that for her. And at the end of the day, I'm sorry, this is gonna sound so racially motivated, but he was a Caucasian man. I just feel like, for the ancestors, do you know what I mean? For the ancestors, rob these men for the ancestors. Do it. For the ancestors, enjoyment, you know? So anyway, they had their little rendezvous. So we're in Scorpios in Mykonos, we're all vibing. This guy, like, obviously I felt kind of uncomfortable taking anything from this man, because obviously he's not my plug, he's hers. So I'm just like, I'm buying my own drinks, I'm a being, and I don't know why I was thinking like that. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I wasn't thinking for ancestors too. But anyway, I was like, I'm just gonna order my own drinks, that kind of thing. He was like, no, don't be silly. Order bottles for us, order drinks for us. I was like, oh, that's lovely. He was like, yeah, let's go to the main town, let's go to a party. So then we literally all got in, he got us in a taxi all the way back to the main town. We were all vibing, like, sorry, my eyebrow sisters or cousins or twins or whatever. One of them looks a bit thicker than the other. So yeah, got to the main town, we get to a bar, he gets us a table, he gets us like all these nice hookahs, literally like drinks every 10 minutes. Every time my glass was empty, he would fill it up again. I said, oh, for the ancestors, you know? That was the only way I could justify it in my mind, because generally deep down, I know this man must have some kind of pattern back home. Do you know what I mean? Some kind of like actual real life back at home. But I'm a Mykonos, so I'm living my best life. That is none of my business. That is none of my business. I am not gonna judge what I don't need to judge. I'm just gonna enjoy, sip my drink, and mind my business. Okay, I'm going to mind the business that pays me. I'm going to mind it. So anyway, so like the trip's done. Obviously, I think she's from like one of these European like kind of countries. So I didn't think I was ever gonna like see either of them again. So I wasn't that like phased. But lo and behold, my friend was at this shopping center doing, you know, what she'd be doing. why did she see my man and his wife and his children? Children, plural. I have never felt more guilty in all my life. I said I took from a woman and her kids. Oh my god, I felt so bad. And he spotted my friend, and you know when those two people have like a mutual agreement to act as if they don't see each other? They had a mutual agreement to act as if they could not see each other. Both of them looked down and literally just kept it moving. It was absolutely hilarious. Hilarious. Because things like, even if you're living in these moments, you forget that there's a possibility that you guys could cross paths again. And I just found it so weird that they crossed paths again. It was just the most bizarre thing ever. The most bizarre thing ever. But yeah, first of all, live your best life. All of that to say, live your best life, and enjoyment is for everybody. Enjoyment is for everybody. Live your best life, enjoyment is for everybody, because it's done now. It's if not me, it would have been somebody else. So why can't it be me? Let it be me. You know? I'm not saying go out and get a sugar daddy. I'm not saying that. I'm not. Because I didn't have to do any of the work. I got all the perks without any of the work. Which I love that for me. Sorry, that's the way I just think that's just the way it should be. All the perks, no work. Like, you know, it's none of my business. That's between her and Jesus. Me, like I said, I'm minding the business that pays me. But yeah, it was just bizarre having to bump into them again, and I just felt sorry for my friend. I felt sorry for the wife, felt sorry for the kids, but what she doesn't know won't hurt her. I'm not gonna come to you as a woman in my business. I find that coming to people as a woman thing crazy AF. But yeah, that happened. So that's my, I wouldn't say that's my Hoe Chronicles because it had nothing to do with me, but I enjoyed somebody else's Hoe Chronicles. So you know. Sorry about that. My camera battery is like on 2. So we gotta do this quick. Right, so I'm gonna do my eyeshadow. Actually using a new palette that I got. It's the Chocolates by Juvia's. I kind of wanted a small palette that only has like 4 shadows in it, because I'm so sick to death of these big ass palettes where I only use less than 4 of the pans in them. I just think it's so unnecessary. But yeah, I feel like now, since I've had all those experiences of just, you know, not having to be responsible to anyone, not having to answer to anyone, all of that kind of stuff, I kind of felt like I got to a space I'm like, I came over it now, and I kind of want to have someone to answer to. Do you know what I mean? Not answer to. That makes it sound as if when you're in a relationship you're kind of submissive, but how do I describe it? It's just nice having someone that looks out for you in a way that, yeah, I can't, I don't know whether I'm explaining it the way I want to explain it, but I felt like since having all those fun experiences, like obviously in Mykonos and in Cancun, like on holiday, even in London, not really in London, because the London boys are bad vibes. Sorry, the London dating scene is in hell, period. It's genuinely in hell, like, oh, sorry, trash. That's besides the point. I feel like since all those experiences, all I kind of wanted was, all right, cool, like I've done it, I've seen it, like I've seen that the streets are kind of done out, you know, like obviously on holiday is where it's at, that's where all the fun happens, that's where all like that's all the scandal pretty much goes down, if I'm telling you, giving you the real tea. But I feel like after having those experiences, I kind of got to a space where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like done with that now, and I kind of want something a bit more like meaningful. But it was only because I had those experiences that I can say that. Because one thing that I would always be afraid of is, let's say, no, I feel like those experiences taught me something as a person, because I had that and I experienced that not free in a relationship, but I experienced that freedom of not having to like answer to anyone, do what I like, have fun, like vibe, all of this stuff. Because I experienced that, it just meant that anything that I do afterwards, like it just meant that I've done it. So I've done it, and I didn't enjoy it because I enjoyed it at the time, but afterwards it was just a bit like, okay, like, is what it is. So I was like, okay, I think I'm ready for something a bit more like meaningful and something that can lead to something, you know? At the end of the day, I'm a Pisces, I'm a lover girl, I'm a certified lover girl. So as much as I love having fun and enjoy the streets and enjoy like, as much as I love to scream men are trash, I still be loving them, you know? But men are still trash though, don't get twisted. I will lie on my man's chest and still say men are trash, so let's just get that on per. But, you know, I still kind of wanted to like settle down and just be with someone that was gonna give me everything I wanted from a relationship. And then, so, you know, all of this to basically say, yes, the streets, no. All of this to basically say, I had to go through my like hoe phase, my I don't give a fuck phase, my men are trash phase, my city girl phase, to kind of be like, okay, like I'm good now. Like, I feel like a lot of my friends thought that I was the type of person to not be able to be in like a romantic relationship. I remember one of my friends saying that I'm not like a submissive person. And thing is, I am such a liar. I'm a liar. I literally front so much. Like, I come across as very like anti-men, anti-patriarchy, anti all of these things. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to date men, that I'm not romantically attracted to men, that I don't, do you know what I mean? Like, I find that really irritating because I can still be like a womanist and a feminist and still believe all these things and still date men, you know? But I just need to date a man that understands his position in life, that is quite aware of themes of like patriarchy and feminism and LGBTQ rights and the rights of sex workers. Like, I needed to, there are men out there that exist to understand the status quo and do their role to alleviate the imbalance. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are like, you can't date your oppressors. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And I will show you how. Please. Okay, cool. Ooh. A lot of things are falling. I do love this palette. I just feel like it could have given me a bit more. Actually, no, I feel like it's done enough. I feel like it's done enough. I feel like it's done the right amount, to be fair. And I don't know what the names of each of the colours are. I like when palettes have like the names underneath. I think that's just so fun. I like this shimmery colour in the corner. So something about a nice like dark greeny shimmer. I don't know, it just gives the girls mysterious. It's giving mysterious girl. Oh my god, I love this colour so much. Oh my god, I love this colour so freaking much. Wow. It is gorgeous. What a gorgeous colour, wow. But yeah, I think my poor history, thing is, I don't feel like I had a poor history of dating or with men, but I do feel like there was a time where I didn't understand men's intentions sometimes. Like, especially when I was younger, like in high school, like older men would approach me a lot. And I didn't even realize how problematic that was until adulthood. And it's scary because there are a lot of predators out there. There are a lot of predators out there. Like, a lot of grown men see young girls and look at them as if they're like a target. And thing is, at that age, because you're young, you kind of see that as a compliment. Like, oh my god, like this older guy is like into me, like shit. But now, like, as I've gotten older, I've kind of looked back at those times and been like, what the hell is a grown man seeing in a young girl, please? What? Tell me, because I would like to know, what's the reason? What does a grown man want with a young child? Like, I remember being 14 on the bus going to church with my younger sisters. And there was this man on the bus who was quite literally harassing me. And I was with my younger sister at this point. And I remember all of us just being pretty like afraid. So we're on the bus. He's like, okay, where are we going? I said, we're going to church. He said, oh, that's so nice. Like, he kept talking to me. And I'm like looking at my sisters, trying to like, obviously try and set a good example. But I'm also kind of scared because This guy knows where my bus stop is. He got on at the same time as us. You know, he knows where I'm going. So we end up getting off the bus a little bit early, and he obviously got off too. So we're there, we're now like walking to church because, you know, that's what we do. So walking on our way to church, and this man literally would not stop. He was relentless. He was asking, this is when I had a BlackBerry as well. He was like, oh, so can you give me your phone number? Can you give me your this? Can you give me that? Like, we should meet up, we should do this, we should do that. And I'm here with my younger sisters, like my baby sisters. I'm like, I am only 15, I'm not really interested in that. He's like, no, it's fine, like, just as friends, all of this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy is not gonna stop until I gave him my number. So I was holding my phone in my hand. In my head, I had two ideas. Like, I was like, okay, let me give him a fake number. So at least then, you know, if he tries to call me, he won't be able to reach me. But then I had my phone in my hand. So if he tried to call it there and then, he would know it was fake, and that could get me in, like, I don't know, he could just like wild out or move crazy. So I don't even know, like, oh, I was so, anyway. He then asks my number, I give him the real number, cool. Few days pass, he then calls me, and me being smart, I thought, let me record this conversation on my laptop. So I literally get iMovie up and I'm recording everything he's saying to me, and I remember it so vividly. He was like, what's your clothes size? Do you wear jeans? I want to buy you some jeans. All of this stuff, like just being full on creepy. And I was like, what the fuck? So as soon as he just starts talking his shit, I then hang up the phone and then block the number. But I just wanted to have like evidence there in case I ever see him again. I'd be like, look, this is what he did. Show my dad, show whoever. So like I had evidence. I don't know what I needed evidence for. I'm not going to court or anything. But I don't know, I just felt like I needed some proof that this guy was weird. So anyway, a couple days go by and my dad and my younger siblings are driving somewhere. And they literally see the man walking on the road. And obviously I told my dad the story. So as he's walking on the road, my little sister's like, oh my God, that's him, that's the guy, that's the guy. And my dad literally pulled up the car and he goes to the man, you're the man that was talking to my daughter. Literally screams at him, yells at him. And the guy's just obviously denying it because you're gonna deny it. And at this point, I haven't got the number anymore, so I couldn't even give them the number so they can call it and see if it rings or not. So yeah, my dad was hanging up, like, haven't got anything. He was like, stay with my kids, stay with my daughter, if you come near again, I'll call the police. All of this stuff, and that was the last I ever heard from that man ever again. But it's just crazy because I imagine, like, if I was anyone else, if I wasn't very like secure or aware of myself, and if I'm quite vulnerable or in need of, you know, affirmation or love, all of this stuff, I would have latched onto that as if it was something like I could have easily been groomed. And it just makes you realize how easy it is for women to get groomed, stuff like that. Because it can literally happen as you're at the bus stop, generally going to church. On my way to praise the Lord, I was approached by a widow on the good Lord's day. Absolutely not. Now, what a scary time. But yeah, like, it was so weird, and I always think back to that moment because I'm like, that could literally happen to any of my siblings, any of my sisters. Like, I've had men that work at corner shops be very pervy with me, be very inappropriate with me, to the point where I told my brother and he beat the shit out of him. Like, honestly, in this life, have brothers. That's why when I have kids, I need to have a son. I need to have a son that can protect his sisters. But yeah, like, creepy men just be out and about in full force, and they just tend to pry on girls or women that they deem as being like vulnerable or in precarious situations, even though I wasn't. But I don't know, that's what they enjoy, it's what they look for. It's getting weird. I swear, it's getting weird. Yeah, all this to say, men are extremely strange, extremely creepy, and they can be trash. Not all of them, but some of them. And, you know, these experiences, they follow women for a very long time. You can still date men and still have very strong opinions about their like kind, and that's on Big Purr. I don't see why two truths can both exist. You know what I mean? Like, Some people said to me that I'm not submissive, all of this stuff. Some people say that I'm like not submissive and I can't be in a relationship. It's like because I'm very vocal about the issues that women face at the hands of men. But girl, I'm strictly diggly, period. Okay, I think I'm just about finished. I'm just gonna put on some falsies. So like even when it came to like my story from my last vlog when I was like followed in Oxford Street and all of this stuff, like it all just kind of is a bit full circle. Besides that, on a more lighter note, my birthday is coming up. If you guys don't know, I am a Pisces. Pisces is just like the best sign, I'm so sorry. Especially March Pisces. Yeah, I said that. They're literally the best sign. Like, I kind of feel like my birth chart is really well rounded. It's got a lot of Jenny Sequoia to it, I think. You know, I'm a Pisces sun, Aries moon, Libra rising. So everything is just very chaotic but beautifully balanced. You feel me? And I feel like there's so many misconceptions with Pisces. Like people always say that we're extremely emotional. And I don't think we are. I just think we're very empathetic. You know, we're very empathetic, so we feel other people's emotions. And I also think I am low-key psychic as well. And just like that, we're finished. Thank you guys for watching this little get ready with me. It was fun, just like gisting and like talking out my ass, you know, with you guys. It was really fun. If you like this kind of video, like if you like the things that we discuss, I want to hear your opinions, I want to hear your thoughts. You know, don't judge me. You know, if you're here to judge, please leave to the left. Yeah, let me know how you feel about the things, different things you talk about. Let me know about your like weird men vibes. I feel like every girl has gone through a similar situation with like weird, creepy men. I just feel like we've all seen it, been there, done it. I just think it's just such a thing that just happens. Anyway, like I said, thank you guys for watching this video. So birthday soon. So wish me happy birthday. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.